Hey guys, welcome back to Easeldoesitstudio. So today we're going to do something totally different. I've seen a bunch of different things on YouTube about making like a crystal ball type thing. And I don't have the stuff that they had, and I don't have the time to run to the store to get it. So I'm like, what do I got in my stash that I could make my own? So this is what I've come up with. I had bought a set of 4 of these at Dollar Tree. It was $1.25 for 4, so very inexpensive. So what I'm going to do is I've got my my hot knife heating up, and I'm going to cut this circle piece out. We're going to cut that out. I've got this large Christmas ball. This is, I think, a 5 or 6 inch. So I'm going to take the cover off because we don't need it. I'm going to cut this down, cut this piece off, just like I would if I was making like my snow globes with the smaller balls. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that in there. I might not even cut this off. I'll see how it fits when I take this off, because if I do leave it, I think now it's going to give me a little something more to glue on the inside. So I don't know like which light I'm going to use. I have the fairy lights, and I got these tea lights. These are the new ones I just got, and whatever time you turn these on, they'll stay on for 6 hours, and then they'll shut off. But the next day, they'll turn back on. So it's perfect for like when you're doing decorations. So I don't know. Once we get these kind of cut, because this will fit in there, but I don't think it's going to give enough light. So, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint this, and then we're going to like kind of antique it. So if I do use these, I'm going to paint the lights purple, because I believe these, I don't know, I think, are these multicolored? Yes, these are multicolored, which I guess would be okay. But I'm going to put a little bit of purple paint over them and see if it changes them, because that's what I have. I'll have to look. Maybe I've got a thing of white ones left that I could use, but if not, and then I'm going to take some polyfill, which is just this like fiber stuff that you can make pillows and throw pillows and whatever. So I'm going to take that, and we're going to shove it in with like the lights on the inside, and then we're going to adhere the two together. So I don't know. And then I've got some ribbon that I pulled out. So I don't know. Let's get this cut and we will start. So I completely went through my craft room today, guys. Oh my gosh, I am so tired. It is now 9:15 at night, and I am just now like sitting down to try and get something out. So it is Monday night. I normally go live on Monday nights, but I ended up putting a video out instead, and I'm going to go live tomorrow night, which will be Tuesday. So by the time you see this, I'll have already gone live. So if you didn't watch it, you'll be able to go back and look at it. So basically what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to score some lines in here. So I have a little something, you know, to kind of follow. So you just want to take your time on this. You could probably, you know, use a cutting wheel on a Dremel if you wanted, but yeah, I'm better off working with something like this than I had a different blade on here, and now I'm thinking I should have. There we go. All right, we just got to get a piece started. I'm still learning this, this hot knife, guys. And I do have my fan on because I am, you know, melting plastic. Did that crack? I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it did a little bit, but we're gonna just kind of keep going and see. Like I said, I am still learning how to use this thing. So, I mean, really, for 25 cents, if I have to get another plate, I will. Okay. So, now, that is going to sit down in there like that, which I think is really good. But, let's see, how bad did I crack it? Not too bad for myself. So I'm just going to go around with this and just try to smooth that out just a little bit. So what I'll do is I'll end up putting some glue on the inside of where that crack is. I'm making this for me anyhow, so if I were making it for somebody, I would have definitely gotten a different bowl. But, oh, you know what? Yeah, that one cracked way down. All right, I am going to get another bowl. I will get this cut out off camera, and then I will be back. I'm not going to have you guys sit through that again, so I'll be right back. Okay. So much better. I just went slow. What I did is I held it to get a hole, and then I just kept following it so that I didn't put any pressure. And then I just went around and cleaned it up, and this one fits in there beautifully. So I think we're going to leave the little nib on. So I'm going to shut my hot knife off for right at the moment. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray paint this like a dark brown. And then I think I'm going to take some sort of a metallic to kind of go over it. So that like the indents will be the color. Yeah, I haven't thought that completely through. But let me get this spray painted, and then I will be back to do the finishing touch on it. Yeah, let me do that, and then I will be right back. Okay, so I've got it painted. I could have gone a little bit darker, but I think it's going to be good. And then I'm going to take this copper and we're going to take some of the copper and I'm just gonna kind of like brush over it to give it that, I don't know, aged, antique-y kind of And then, you know, basically kind of wiping the excess off. So I think I'm gonna try the multicolored lights. I don't have any more just white, but I did find a blue. So if I don't like the way the multicolored look, I'll just pull them out and we'll just put, you know, put the blue ones in. Not a big deal. I'm just trying to make sure like those little emblems have some paint in there. All right, so I guess that is gonna be kind of good. All right. So now what we got to do, because I tried painting a few and it can be done, but it's going to take a lot of time and I just don't have the patience tonight. I just don't. All right, so we're going to pull some of this batten, whatever you want to call it, and I got a stick. So let me undo my lights because I want them kind of throughout, you know, like the batting as I push it up in there. I just figured this would be kind of cool. Because I have it's like a butler, and he holds a tray, and I never know what to put on the tray, and I usually try to put him into the dining room, but this year I want to put him next to my tree. So I'm like, what can I put that, you know, will kind of, you know, be able to go on there. All right, so I'm going to push some of this in first. Yeah, it might be better with my finger to get it in there, and then we can use the stick. I got a skewer stick here too if I need to like move it around once I get it in there. All right, now I want to put some of these lights up in there. Because I'm hoping that these lights will shine through. Not bright, but enough to give it a glow. Because I want the wires pretty much hidden is kind of my thing. So let's just get a bunch of lights in here, and then I can put more cotton in, and then we can move it around with the stick. Because it should glow through that cotton. Kind of what I'm hoping. You know, see right here, it's shining through. So maybe if I double them up and then we push them in. So This might be, you know, one of those things where we have to like fiddle with and use a couple of different sticks. All right, so we got that last one in there. So let's start shoving some more cotton in. And I don't know how much it's going to take of this, but if it works, I think it's going to be really cool. See, we're starting to see some of the glow. We just need more cotton. So before I glue anything, that's why I'm making sure all this is going to work. So I was kind of hoping this would be like a quick project, something that, you know, I mean, you can go and buy clear Christmas ornaments. This is plastic for really inexpensive. So I'm just trying to grab that wire and kind of pulling it more in. So I'm trying to just kind of move the cotton that I have in there around, but all right. Just pull some down a little bit. So, I mean, I could go off camera and do it, but if I'm going to show you what I'm trying to do, I want you to see, you know, the process of sometimes you got to think about it differently and go at a different avenue. Like I'm trying to get those wires pulled down. There, it's slowly, I'm slowly getting them. Okay. I mean, if a little bit shows, I'm not too worried. I didn't want the bulk of the wires to show. All right, so let's see. Yeah. All right, so we're going to push this light back in. And hopefully we can just push them through the center of the cotton. Like that. And then I'll take some more of the cotton. So this should, you know, realistically, if you got your piece painted first, you know, it'd be a fairly quick project. That, look at that. So there's a little bit of wire that shows, but that is really, really cute. Okay, so I'm liking that. So now what I've got to do is I want this to be somehow attached in here. But because this bowl is round, oh, I can put it right there. That's what I'll do. All right, so we're gonna push the rest of that wire down. Make sure that our screw sides are up. I am gonna put some E6000 right around the outside edge. Yeah, and I even opened my new bottle of E6000. All right, so I'm just going to lay a bead right around this edge. Kind of like that. So I'm probably going to end up having to use a little bit of hot glue as well. I need something to hold my ball. I'm going to actually use my old heat gun because it seems to heat up quicker when it does work. And I only need because I want to get this bowl attached so that it won't move anywhere. Because I do want to make sure that it is somewhat straight. Because let's face it, we don't want to have a a crooked crystal ball, right? Although it would kind of go with the rest of my day. Oh my gosh, it's been one of them days, guys. It's slowly starting to set. Come on. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start getting a little bit of ribbon. I'm gonna actually try something that I saw and I was like, oh, that's a really cool way to make a bow, because I suck at bows. All right, so I'm gonna cut that straight. Cut that. Oh, hang on, I'm off camera. I'll start with 2 and see where we end up. All right, so what I'm gonna do is the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hot glue my light pack down. so that's not flopping around when I get ready to glue this, so that way I can like set it down and but I need glue for this as well, so come on, heat up. So I have been thinking about this all day, like, oh, is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? All right, so it does look like it's straight, which is a good thing. There we go. All right, so let's put some glue. And get that glued. I'm gonna hold that down for a second. All right, now and then I can always reinforce it after. All right, so maybe what I need to do is put some hot glue down in there. Oh, it's starting to stay. I guess I just got to be a little bit more patient. You know, that's something I don't have. And I'm going to have to redo my battery pack, but that's okay. I would rather get my bowl secured. So I am just gonna peel that first layer of glue off. And I'm just gonna put it on 2 spots this time. That spot. And that spot. right, so while that, I'll shut my light off while that's setting up. Let's do our little ribbon here. Let me get my little finger thingies because I will burn myself. I'm gonna put it on my 2-pointer fingers because that's where I usually grab. And we're just gonna make, and I gotta get a new glue gun. I need a new glue stick. Not a gun, a stick. And ow. See, I told you I was going to burn myself. Okay. And I'm going to get that one ready. There we go. All right, so all right, I got a little bit of the wire sticking out right there, so I'm gonna snip that, but that's gonna look good. And now let me just cut a piece of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tie this in a knot in the back and see if that works. My bow is probably a little big, but we're gonna open it up a little bit here. I like these, the ribbon with the wire in them, because you can move them however you want them. All right, I'm gonna just tie it in a knot, and then we can cut our tail after. So you can make 3, 4 bumps like that, whatever. I've got to say, this is one of my better bows that I've made, so I'm impressed with myself. And then I will cut these at an angle once I get it mounted on. All right, so we have got a little crystal ball with an excessively large bow. All right, let me take these off. Oh, and I'm just gonna see if I can make it a little bit smaller and just scrunch it up a little bit. So I'm just basically like pleating it. And then that can go right in the front. And then I'll cut my little tails. I do want something going around. So then I can just glue that down to give that a nice finished look. I was thinking about doing it with gems, but, and then this will just help reinforce the globe to the, you know, to the base. Oh, my nose is itching. You know, you'd think I would do these first, so then I would have, you know, some sort of idea of what I'm doing, like a plan of attack, or, you know, whatever you want to call it. But, you know, no, you know me. We're going to either succeed or fail, or make a mess, or the both, you know? And then this is the spot where I will attach my bow. There we go. Okay, so this way. I always have to like remember which way I want it for my my tails. And what I'm going to do is I'll probably put a dab of glue on the very ends of the wire. So I'm going to just scrunch the wire up a little bit more. And we're going to put a good amount of glue And then we are going to glue that down, and my light pack just came out again. So we are going to go with our freeze spray. That's what we're gonna do, because I know this stuff works. So that's the apple something. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it works really good. Really, it's not what I wanted to do. What in the heck? Because this is like super glue, so it does dry even without the spray. And I think I welded it to my cap. All right, I'm gonna unplug my glue gun. Let me get my other nozzle here. Actually, all right, I'm just gonna do this different, just to keep this video a little bit shorter. I'm gonna put that there. I'm gonna spray the top, the battery pack, and then we're gonna hold that for a second. I just don't want it moving. And now our bowl moved. Oh my goodness gracious. All right. So I'm not going to use this because it does turn, I'll have my husband work on this tomorrow. It does turn it like white around it, so I don't want to spray this on my thing. So I'm going to use some E6000 and some hot glue, and then I will just hold it in place. All right, I'm going to do that. We're going to give some hot glue. There. And if it doesn't stay, I'm going to UV resin. Because it was supposed to be a quick video, guys. All right, so there was one other thing that I did want to do. The reason that I was having a hard time is when I like I said, I cleaned down here all day, and when I came downstairs today, I had set this up on my stand where I have all my UV resin jewelry stuff, and it had, when I came down, it had tipped over on the floor. So, yeah. Now these, I think, are sticky, but I am going to put some E6000. All right, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 or 9. All right, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to cut 9 just to be safe. All right. So I just want to cut the excess sticky paper around so that it's not sticking out. And I'm just gonna put a bit, and we're gonna stick that down. Just like that. And I think that is that's gonna make this come together. So the rest of my stuff for my puking skeleton is gonna be here tomorrow. So I am going to start the video. I'm gonna start recording tomorrow. I don't know if I'll be able to get it all done tomorrow, but I'm going to try. I did spray paint the barrel already. Oh. All right, so what I'll do is I will get the rest of these on off camera, and then come back and show you the finished product. So that way we're not dragging out too much more. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, so I ended up pulling out these little diamonds. I just got these on Michael's. They're like little diamonds. And I just went on the opposite. Like I did the big circle, and then I did on the line. And once those firm up, then I'm just going to wipe them down to make them nice and shiny. But here is our crystal ball, and that is with the light on. How stinking cute is that? I mean, it cost a couple of bucks, guys. It was really easy, other than, you know, now that I know, like, what to do, the next one I would make would be even easier. And yeah, I think it came out cute. So I will get some final pictures and in the dark so that you can see it. I'll get all these little glue webs taken care of. And yeah, let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. I think this came out super cute. It was super easy. Yeah, you can do it with stuff you got around your house. Alrighty, guys, I will see you on the next one. Bye.